All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. There's some things I like to say since I've been going public, posting videos and stuff against certain negative obstacles in everybody's life. Let me introduce myself to you. For I've gone by many different names. You can Google me because this is why I'm going on. I have to clarify some things. I'm not ashamed of who I am or my past. So before you guys go off and continue slander me, here I am. My name is Michael John DePio. I've been all over the United States one way or another, hitchhiking, buses, airplanes, trains, you name it. And let me start. Okay, you Google my name. I'm going to start right here. You Google my name, and it says that I've been charged in a heinous charge in a domestic violence against my ex-wife. Now, I don't want to throw names out there, and I'm trying to be a little cautious with my language because maybe a kid might be hearing you in the background. I'm a single father of an 8-year-old daughter, so I would like to my daughter, you know, you know what I mean. I don't want my daughter hearing anything in the background either. So I'm just trying to play cautious with you and your family right now because this is important to a lot of people. This is very important. Hang on. I'm new at this. No, I'm not going to edit it because I'm just a regular guy and I just want to say some regular stuff. All right. Where am I? Oh, first of all, let me go a little history about who I am. Back in the day, back in the 90s, there was war against drugs. And then the community I was in Big Bear, California, where the police are really corrupt, especially Judge Drake. They even took his license away because he's such a drunk. He rode his bike to work. What a corrupt guy. So, before I go on, this is why I'm against the system as I am, okay? Because my personal experience with the criminal system, all right? So, yes, I am an ex-con, and here it goes. Ready? And this is why. Back in the day, back in the early 90s, I went to prison for sales and transportation of marijuana off a picture. Yes, a picture, just a snapshot picture. There was this gentleman, about 6'2". I believe his culture is Mexican American. I know his name quite well. His nickname is Shoes. Okay. You can look this up too, I think. Google it, right? Anyways, he was caught in a picture selling some pot to a cop. So they got a search warrant, Big Bear Police did, for my house, which was 2 doors down. So, anyways, they turned around and I ended up going to prison for sales, transportation of marijuana. And while I was doing that, they turned around and tried to make me register as a sex offender because I was accused of having my ex-wife's sister walk in on me while I was pleasing myself. And that young lady said in court, that never happened. She said, and I never said it. It was an ex-in-law's hating on me. And the little girl, which was 12, I won't say her name, but she said that never happened. So I was never convicted of any sex crime whatsoever. Just sales of pot, stoners, California, snowboarders, surfers, skateboarders, just classification of stoners. Anyways, so the girl Brandy, she said that never happened. My parents lied about that, so they never went anywhere. But they tried to make me register as a drug offender, a narcotics offender when I got out of prison, and sales and transportation. And for a sex offender. I refused to register as a sex offender because I was never charged or convicted of a sex crime. Yet they continued to throw me in prison, violate me, on those statues. Now, can you imagine? Now, look at it. I'm only 5'7" with shoes, so basically 5'6.5", 6.6 inches tall. And I'm good looking. Now, and I'm white with blue eyes and strawberry blonde hair. Now, imagine me at a young age, like 24, going in a violent penitentiary with a rumor hanging over my head that I'm a sex offender. Oh my God, did I box? Whoa, I boxed. And I proved I never was convicted. For 12 years, I fought that system of the state of California. Judge Christensen, Michael Christensen, or Christensen Michaels of San Bernardino, California. Underneath a lawyer named Daniel Green. He was a state attorney at that time. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, man. So as soon as I got off paperwork in California, I moved to a state, Oregon, Colorado. You know, with my, with my ex-wife, my second ex-wife. And they arrested me for not registering as a sex offender. I'm going, well, I don't fucking have to. And so they let me bail out. So I left the state of Colorado. Never went back. And I love Colorado. I love snowboarding up there. I had a good job. I just love snowboarding, man. Vail, Breckenridge, awesome place. Awesome people. Anyways, great job. I love that job. The last real job I ever had in my life. And now I'm going on 51. I was 28. Anyways. And, yeah. When they, when I got out of prison from sales and transportation of marijuana, while I was incarcerated, I started a Bible study group for this group of Christians. And I'm not a Christian, I'm a pagan. And a group of skinheads, and this was Glen Helen, California, at their detention center. A group of skinheads, 6 of them, didn't like the fact that I started a Bible study for a whole bunch of non-white and white people. And they tried to get me two on one on the yard first. And they said, Moondog, you're not even a Christian. Why are you starting a Christian Bible study? I said, well, they got a right to pray to their God, don't you? We pray to ours. I mean, what the hell? I mean, you have your God, I have mine, they have theirs. It's right. Well, that night, 6 of them jumped me and kicked my head in. And I died, man. They took me to a place called Lake Arrowhead Regional Medical Center. And I woke up in a CAT scan. I ended up in the infirmary until they transported me to the penitentiary. When I got to the penitentiary, there was a group of skinheads that continued to try to take me out in the penitentiary called Tehachapi. It's in Northern California. And it didn't work. I got a shoe program out of it because I wouldn't fight. And then when I got out, they're over here trying to they registered me as a domestic terrorist for starting a religious setting in the penitentiary. Oh my God. They took pictures, DNA, fingerprints, everything, So I had that hanging over my head, but, it wasn't bad. I cleaned it all up, you know what I mean? Then I finally got off paperwork in California, and I was married. This is my second wife, Renee. And I had to meet up with my ex-wife, Renee, and our 3 kids in Oklahoma. I said, okay. Well, I get out there, and our marriage goes sour. I found out that she was never faithful nor loyal, and she picked up a new habit. And I don't have any kind of habit. I smoke pot, of course, and cigarettes. Anyways, I don't have any narcotic habits or any drinking habits. And I found out she wasn't loyal. Well, her brother ended up moving in with myself and us 3 kids, and our 3 kids. She left us. That was in September. I remember it. That was September 2008. No, 2006, 2007. Anyways. Then my brother-in-law gets in some trouble filming himself giving these girls Xannies and they were underage minors. Well, one of them was married. I guess you could do that in Oklahoma, being a minor. Anyways, her daddy and husband found out what was happening, so they came to my house and kicked in my door. I mean, they kicked in my door, and I'm still on parole, from California. They transferred my parole from California to Oklahoma. Oklahoma tried to make me register as a sex offender, and I'm going, oh, fuck you. I got a letter from the Department of Megan Law Unit saying they were apologized for ever making me concede or try to make me, and nor do I ever have to register as a sex offender again. Yet, I never got compensation for it. Never. Yeah, you live with that. That's why I've been angry at the system, okay? So anyways, I cleaned all that up, right? I finally, after 12 years, got the letter I wanted. I moved to Oklahoma, reunite with my wife and our 3 beautiful children, only find out that she was not faithful at all. At all, not at all. And so she ended up leaving me with our 3 kids. I'm on SSI now because of the head injury, get my head kicked in. So I was diagnosed with cancer and hepatitis C, and I fought those 2 diseases. Now I'm a survivor of those. I'm not contagious, nor do I have the cell. Anyways, but my brother-in-law, back to him, he ended up moving in with us to help us out financially. Well, he wasn't a help at all because what he was doing was really immoral. And the girl's daddy and husband came kicking in my door. I had no choice but to protect my 3 children in my house from 2 men that kicked off my door from the hinges into my home. I did what I did. Then I left the house as was, open to the whole public, and take my children to safety, right? And there's an interview done on Lawton Channel 7 News, Oklahoma, back in the day, right? And there's an interview, and they said it was a home invasion gone awry. That's what they said. Yet, they arrested me after doing the interview with the news station because they found a gun on my property, but I wasn't there. I went to Stephen County Courthouse, which is owned by Halliburton, Dick Cheney. Yeah. And they said because I'm from California and long hair, that no matter what, I'm convicted. I'm guilty. So if I don't take a plea deal of 5 years for the gun that was found and 5 years for a 16-inch pot plant, they said was 2.5 feet, that I'm going to look at life. Took the deal, man, 5 and 5. I got out and I left that state in a heartbeat, left Oklahoma in a heartbeat. I came up to Michigan in 2010 and I'm done, seeking divorce from that 3rd wife and trying to recuperate with our children, and she's not having nothing of it. She won't let me talk to my children. It's just nasty. She's just nasty. She might be a good person, but she's nasty to me. And turn around, come up to Michigan, where I'm at now, and first thing happened is that I had a cousin threaten. No, I won't tell you about that. I get involved with this girl, and this is why I started this. I get involved with this girl, and she ended up. I got involved with 2 girls. I'm a pagan, so I had 2 girlfriends when I moved up here. I'll give you the first names, Ashley and Brittany. They were living with me. Well, I didn't know my one girl. Now I won't tell you names. But one of my girlfriends was a recovering alcoholic, and I didn't know that. I knew she was in recovery, but I didn't know she was a blackout drunk where she blacks out and don't know nothing. So apparently, when she sobers up, she thinks she's not held accountable for what she did. Following me so far? This is why I started this video. I'm 50 now. Now, this happened 2014, okay? This is 2021. So 2014, this happened. One night, my cousin ended up committing suicide on 2014 on Father's Day. I go and I have a drink in his memory, and I don't drink. So I go and have a drink in his memory because he drank. I just don't like drinking. Anyways, so when I come back to my house, my one redhead girlfriend's telling me that my brunette is smashed drunk, running around the neighborhood, skyclad, nude. So I go out in the neighborhood, try to find our girlfriend, and boy howdy, she's skyclad for real. And we're living off a main street, so everybody's seeing this. So I pick her up, bring her in the house. Now I'm getting charged for imprisoning her, right? So I pick her up, and this is why I started this. It's on Google, and it's really, really messing up my personal life. I can't date or anything. Women think I'm a monster or something, and it's pathetic. So anyways, so I pick her up and I bring her in the house, and then she starts running around trying to fornicate with other individuals in the house that was there at the time. Now, mind you, she's blacked out. She don't know what she's doing. So my redhead girlfriend and I try to get her dressed. Well, we're trying to get her dressed, and she's acting like a little child. Now, she's only 4'9", and she's acting like a little child squirming out of her clothes, right? And as she's squirming out of her clothes, my ex-girlfriend and I try to get her dressed. She pulls down my pants and proceeds to orally compliment me. As soon as I get an arousal, she attempts to dismember it, bite it off. Now to reactions, man. In front of my ex-girlfriend, I just snapped and flipped her over and smacked her behind really hard and made a black blue mark. Now, I ended up getting the hell out of here, grabbing my daughter and leaving. Well, somebody across the street saw me take a naked woman in the house, so they call a cop. Cops come, they see me with our baby. The one, I have a baby with one of my two girlfriends. Ashley, the mother of my baby. And so I'm out there with our baby, and our other girlfriend, Brittany, she takes off the redhead. She just disappears. Cops are called. And then so they're interviewing a blackout drunk, and she's over saying a whole bunch of things that I'm choking her out, I'm sodomizing her, foreign objects, whole bunch of radical crap. I mean, radical crap. So the officer comes over, rips my daughter out of my hands, and arrests me without any rights given to me or anything, right? They take me to jail. I'm sitting in jail. About 1 o'clock in the morning, they come and want to do a test on my phallus. And it's really weird how they're doing it that late in the morning, that early in the morning. So the nurses proceeded to do this, and there's 5 CEOs there. I said, what are you guys going to do, jump me? And they started giggling. And the nurse says, I won't let them do that. I said, fuck it, it's only 5 of them. I've had worse. And that nurse got fired. She no longer works at that facility because of that instance. Because they were going to jump me because of the charges. I would jump me too. Those are, nasty charges. Anyways, the following morning, I had a CPS worker, and I'll throw her name, Ashley Bachman. She comes up and interviews me and asks me exactly how my ex-wife, Ashley's ass, her bum, got black and blue. And I told her exactly what happened. And she said, well, you have 2 girls living with you. I'm going, yeah, I'm a pagan. We believe in such things. It's not harming nobody. She said, well, it's not contributive in this society where you are living now. I'm going, where? In Bay City? They say it's not good to have 2 wives. She said, no, you can't have that here. We're not allowing it. It's not a good environment for you to raise your daughter. So they removed my daughter from me. Now, I go to court, and I ended up testifying, doing what I had to do on my behalf. My ex-wife actually confesses at a PPO hearing, which is a no-contact hearing, that she tried to bite my phallus off, that she was blacked out, and that she was trying to run off with my daughter while she was intoxicated. The judge dropped, hit the floor. Oh my God, really? Well, I'll drop the no contact order. He has custody of the baby already. I mean, wow, good luck, Mr. DePiel. Going, thanks, I need it. Okay, now that's what happened back in 2014. So I didn't try to choke her out, strangle her, or sodomize her. I tried to rescue her from getting in trouble herself. The judge actually ended up out of that situation sending her to rehab and giving me full custody of my daughter. Now, when she got out of rehab, I tried to make amends with her, and I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt because, she is in recovery. She's a recovering alcoholic. I didn't know how severe. But she wasn't loyal. I gave her a chance. She wasn't loyal at all. Now, this is 2021, right? Check it out. 2019, all right? She makes a false call. After she comes back here, I try to work things out. She comes back here intoxicated off crack cocaine in front of witnesses and beats my ass and rips off my cupboard door. And I got witnesses, so I'm taking her in court. She called the cops and said that I domestic violence her. So they came and arrested me and took my daughter away from me and gave her my daughter. Okay? And my daughter was born with dystonia, so she collects an SSI check, unfortunately. No, I'm not low piece of white trash. My daughter was born disabled. So she turned around and kidnapped my daughter, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, she did use my daughter's SSI money for drugs. Okay? The court ended up giving me full custody, again, by way of friends of court. And she ended up going to jail for violation of her probation, right? Now, so now the baby's mama actually is in jail. I got full custody of my daughter and another son, and another daughter comes visit me. August 19th, all right, August 15th of 2019, they arrested me for a domestic violence case because my mentally handicapped son, he's disabled, oh boy, did I get him from my ex-wife from Oklahoma. He came up here and he thought he could just ruin my life because I'm not with his mother, Renee, anymore. So he thought he could come up here and ruin my life. And boy, he was in my custody pending charges already for domestic violence. He was caught on video attacking me, beating me up, breaking in cars, and doing a lot of other things. So he was a criminal up here at the time when this happened. Well, August 15th, I was donating my time helping somebody fix their roof in their house. They were going to sell it. They inherited it. I come home and my daughter is 6 at that time, and she said that her brother smacked her in her mouth. Well, we don't smack. We time out chair. We don't smack my daughter. And he said he didn't do it. He said all he did was this, and he proceeded to smack her again. I'm going, oh my God, move around, you little bitch. So he moved around the house, grabbed the guitar, and hit me in the head with it. Now, they called a domestic violence case on me. I get arrested. 2 days later, my daughter, Crimson, ended up calling CPS saying, I don't want my dad's kids. Take them from me. Now, she's 20 years old. She's an adult. So she called CPS and said, take my dad's kids away from me. I go to court while I'm in custody, and the judge said, well, I don't understand the removal of his children from him. There was no court order or petition. And the DA said, well, he can have them back when he gets out of jail. But I never got her back, okay? And when the cops came here to arrest me, they beat my ass. They dislocated my shoulder. The nurse has an x-ray on it. They twisted my neck. It's been proven, documented, And the criminal charges on August 15th, 2019, they were all dropped. January 2020, I think it was 14th of January 20. They were all dropped. They gave me my bail bonds money because my son admitted to hitting me, but they didn't give me my daughter back. And at that time, 12 weeks after they took my daughter, they decided to petition the court to take my daughter from me. Well, you already took her. Okay. So now I just got out of litigation with my daughter April 5th, 2021. I got my daughter back December 23rd, 2020, all because of this woman. And my reputation on Google says I'm a very bad guy, and I'm telling you I'm not. I would lay down my life for my daughter and my kids, and I have. I was arrested in San Bernardino because a child molester kicked in my door, and I threatened his life. 2 men broke in my house, and I defended my children's life. One of them, never mind. But, they got really hurt, and I don't regret it. I protected my children. Why did I go to prison all those times? I was doing the moral right thing. I did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? But my reputation is tarnished, and all I'm doing is fighting against the system for illegal activities on their behalf. Not giving me a proper attorney, not coming at me with certified facts. No facts whatsoever. And every time I was arrested, the charges always was one thing, and I was convicted of another. Lesser than of, but always plea bargain because I never had an attorney to back my ass up because I have no family that would support me. Why is it that the women in our society, with no doubt, hands down, are believed no matter what? That only after you're incarcerated, these females come out and say, yes, Your Honor, I tried to bite his cock off. That they're, oh my God. But you know what? You already damaged my reputation. It's already there in newspaper saying that I tried to choke you out. And nowhere in the newspaper does it say that you admitted that you tried to bite my phallus off, or that you were running around the neighborhood sky-clad. These facts aren't on paperwork, and it's really upsetting because I've done nobody any kind of harm whatsoever. I preach peace, tranquility, harm none, do as you will. And I do forgive these ignorant people, all these ex-wives that have cheated on me, had kids by other men, that just weren't faithful and loyal. But these are ex-wives. Oh my God. And I'm being chastised publicly for what? Their behavior is being hitting. They can slander my name and say a lot of things about me, but there's no facts to sustain it whatsoever. But we have facts that they're drug addicts and alcoholics, but we can't speak the truth because they're women? Oh, hell, no. It's all against men these days. Any CPS case is always ends up the man has some kind of sexual deviance involved. Where's the justice? The Constitution of the United States says I have the right to freedom of religion. And why does CPS continue to hinder me because I'm a Christian? I'm not a Christian. This time around, when they took my daughter in August of 19, they turned around and know I was a pagan from prior incidents and still took my daughter to Lutheran services, knowing I'm not a Lutheran, nor do we practice Lutheranism in my home. And my lawyer told him not to take my daughter to Christian services, yet they still did. Now look, I love being a conservative. I don't know about Republican. I sure the hell ain't no Democrat. But I liked what was happening in our country, and that's why I started speaking up on the facts of our country, what's going on. Because I've been speaking about the facts of my life since beginning. And since my life's already public and slandered and my reputation is tarnished every which way but loose, why not just throw it out there? I just found out you can Google my name and it says that I choked her and slandered her, choked her and sodomized her and shit. Wow. Never in my life have I harmed a woman. I've been abused by a woman. I've always been pampering my wives, always did the cooking and cleaning. I get an SSI check due to being jumped and killed in the penitentiary for starting a Christian Bible study. And I'm not even a Christian. And there's many, many people in San Bernardino, California back that statement up about me starting a Bible study in Glen Helen Detention Center, or was it West Valley Detention Center? I don't know. Why don't you ask everybody from the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, California? They pretty much know who I am. I got a big mouth. I believe in the Creator. And I believe anybody has the right to pray to the Creator as long as they're not harming anybody in their own fashion. I believe your dogma is going to be the end of the human race. I believe your political parties is dividing everybody on purpose for power and greed and for some kind of nefarious alternative plan. I can see it. I'm not stupid. I've been in prison, man, wrongfully. And I fought it. I tried to get, what is it called? Northern California Alliance for Wrongfully Incarcerated People. And you know what they said? Oh, we can't represent you. You have to have more than 5-year sentence. What the fuck? I didn't do no crime in the beginning. That's not me in the photograph selling pot. That's a big Mexican, 6'2". Can't you tell? Oh, I didn't stab that guy. There was no. Oh, I was likely to commit a great bodily injury. Well, he kicked in my door. He tried to molest my 5-year-old daughter at the time. What would you do? Oh, I had two Mexican Americans kick in my door and try to kill my entire family because my brother-in-law, I wasn't involved. What would you do? I protected my 3 children. I mean, these are common things. What a good man would do is protect his children and his family. That's just common decency, common respect. I'm not somebody that runs from my responsibility. I'm not a cop caller. You can tell I'm physically fit to a degree to handle myself. I'm not the Incredible Hulk, but I ain't no Mr. Green Bean. And I've never lost one-on-one in the penitentiary, even with those kind of rumors. Oh, I lost 6-on-1. Oh, yeah, I sure did. I've always stand up toe-to-toe for my belief system and my religion belief system, if you call it religion. I don't. I call it a spiritual path, a spiritual enlightenment, because I put my spirit before anything on this earth. And when I lay down my life protecting my children, my home front, I should have been rewarded. But I wasn't. Instead, I'm getting slandered on and everything else. And that's why I'm posting this. To try to redeem myself, to get some kind of, redemption. To let everybody know, this shit happens all the time, everywhere in America. I'm sure this happened to somebody else. But you know what? I'm not somebody else that's just going to sit by and let it happen. I'm going to speak my mind, and hopefully somebody will see this video and get tired of the crap too. And post my video and repost it. But that's just not going to happen because nobody cares. Good men like me get thrown away side all the time because we stand up for moral structure and the code of ethics. You cannot bully me and get away with it. I had a cop kick my ass. I'm trying to find a lawyer. I got the body cam footage. I got the police report. When I was arrested in San Bernardino, California, the cop kicked my ass. Screwed my back up, drop kicked me when I was already on my knees. Did a running dash and jumped me on my back. I don't get no publicity. Oh, I get it. I'm not the right skin tone. But you know what? We're all human beings. We all have the same rights. No one's better than anybody else. You know how many people of my skin tone gets jumped and beat up and incarcerated illegally every day? My reputation is trash. I can never find, if I wanted to find a woman, my ideal woman, I could never find a woman no more. My reputation's tarnished forever. Unless they clean it up, unless Google does their research and find that I was never that guy. But no, that won't make the news. The truth is never what it is on paperwork because they only give you what they want. The facts are what they want, their agenda. And that's why I'm all about what's going on behind the curtains with the white hats. Because there's something going on that you're not seeing. Just like people, when they Google my name, they're not seeing the true essence of what really happened. There are evil individuals out there that will do heinous things to anybody just to get what they want. They don't have to be rich. There's many, many evil people out there that take advantage of good, kind-hearted people. And it has to stop. I'm a really nice guy, but I have a limit, and people know that. And you have to have a limit too. Don't be bullied no more. And all you guys in suits that proclaim to be in our favor, why don't you start showing you're in our favor? And all you people that believe in a creator, why don't you start acting like it and living like it and do the responsible, moral, and ethical thing? Support humanity. Bring humanity back where it was never at, where it should be, in a spiritual alignment. Get rid of all these naysayer and haters that want to destroy good people. People want to slander and tarnish good people's names so they can get away with criminal activity, and it's not right. My ex-wives have done it. Anyways, I gotta go. I hope you guys hear this message. Probably not. It was a little long. They even post my address. Wow. Anyways, you guys have a good day, you know. And you know what? All the people that have done me wrong, like my ex-wives and lied and all that, and proven after the fact that I was telling the truth, I forgive you guys. But I will never forget what you've done to my children and I. I have 6 children. 5 of them hate me because of you women. They don't even know me because of you guys. And I'm the clean and sober one praising God. I'm the one doing the right thing. And I'm going to continue doing the right thing and fight for justice. And if you truly know who I am in my circle, you know I'm going to continue going forward until I get it. It took me 12 years to redeem myself with the Department of Criminal whatever, but I did it. And I ain't going to stop. I want my name cleared. If anything, I'm a pagan minister. I believe in harm none, do as you will. Do you understand? Harm none. No lying, no gossip, no rumor, nothing, man. That really hurts people's life. It really does. I have an 8-year-old daughter that will never have a stepmom because of it. If I was a woman and I Googled my name, I would never be with me. That's how bad Google and everything else is. It's pathetic. I'm so sick of social media just tarnishing good people's names. You guys have a good day. And try to spread the truth. Trump won.